Hi everyone, I'm Lisa and welcome to Lisa's Stamp Studio. Today's quick tip video is about the Stampin' Up! Watercolor pencils. We came out with these not too long ago, just a few months ago, and they are an excellent buy. You're going to get 13 pencils for $16. Absolutely love how they work. Here's a quick palette on the back so you can see the primary colors, and of course there's gray, black, and white. I think that might be a little bit difficult to see. Wonderful to work with, and I'm going to show you 3 different ways you can use them to apply color. I have this cute wheelbarrow image stamped here, and I used basic black ink, and this image is from the Your Sublime stamp set. Lots and lots of cute things in there. But I'm going to bring you in a little closer so you can see the details of what I'm doing. I'm going to use a blender pen for this, and this is actually Whisper White cardstock, and we're going to talk about the options you have for paper closer towards the end of the video. The one thing I'm going to tell you too is you're going to want to use a pencil that's a little bit more blunt versus sharp. You're going to find that's easier to blend. So when you go to sharpen them, you're going to want to be very, very careful that you don't over sharpen them. I'm going to work on this flower right here, and obviously the one way you can do it is you can lay down pencil and then run with your blender pen to smear it. Our artists provide detailed lines inside the image, so if you're not sure where to lay color, that's a great place to do so. So those are going to indicate the bold areas. So that little bit of pencil is going to give us enough color. This is a blender pen. There's a chemical inside the barrel of the pen that moistens the tips. They're identical, so it doesn't matter which end that you use. Use it properly, it's going to last you a long, long time. I'm going to show you the proper way to clean it as well. The tip does get stained with usage from the pigmentation, but as long as you clean it, you can switch colors with no problem. So I always put my pen away clean so that I know this one is running clear. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to stretch that color out. So I'm now pulling the color from one end to the other. A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to color the entire image in. It's quite okay to leave some areas white and some much lighter than others. So that's obviously one way. You put the color right on the paper. Option 2 would be to make a palette. So I can actually add color here on my work surface, and I can pick it up with my blender pen, and I can color in like this as well. This is actually my favorite way because I find it's a lot more controllable, and I'm able to actually go back and add areas that I want darker from others. So that's way number 2. Way number 3 is right off of the blender pen. So I'm going to hold this up a little closer so that you can see. I'm actually picking up color on the blender pen right from the pencil. And I'm going to work back here. And you're going to find that this is a little bit lighter than working from the palette or directly from the pencil, but also a great way for you to control the color and where you're putting it. So 3 ways: right on the paper, on the palette, and then right off the pencil. Now let's say I want to change colors. I'm going to do this one in yellow. I'm going to have to clean off the tip. So you're going to hold this horizontally and you're going to rotate it until it runs clear. You can see how the color is coming off. Once the pen runs clear, you're good to go on another color. You don't want to do this with your pen. That's going to split the tip over time and make it kind of fat and chubby, which is going to make it really difficult to get in those small detailed areas. So remember to lay it down and roll it so that any color that has seeped down the pen is actually going to come off when you go to clean it. So now I'm grabbing my yellow. Now my pen is clean. I'm going to pick it up off the pencil for this petal here, and I'm going to apply. This time I'm going to scribble here, and I'm going to pick up my color and I'm going to apply it here. They all look about the same, don't they? And then last but not least, this one here, we're going to actually scribble right inside there, and then we'll just stretch our color out. So lots of different ways to use this and a lot of variation. Make sure you come back with me next week because we are going to continue the watercolor series, and I'm going to tell you the difference between Whisper White cardstock, which is what this is, and watercolor papers when it comes to watercoloring. I'm going to talk to you about the difference between the blender pen and the aqua painter with the watercolor pencils as well. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next week.